Hello and welcome, my connoisseurs of movies, TV show, and literature. Are you ready to shake things up? I know I am, and you may call me Loop Gataroo. For all of my new viewers, welcome. For all my returning viewers, welcome back and thank you for your support. Now, this is the multiverse before it was cool. As many of my returning viewers know, I have children, and I love watching cartoons with my children. So you can imagine my sorrow when people started bashing a specific cartoon. Especially because this particular cartoon has one of my flavors in it. And for those of you who are new, a flavor is any actor I can binge from his oldest work to his newest work, back to back to back to back to back, without stopping. Now, the movie I am talking about is SCOOB. This came out, hey, stay in my paws. Where did you come out? Oh, it came out in 2001. And for those of you who haven't seen it, I'll give you a brief synopsis. It stars Shaggy. It starts off with a young Norval Rogers, who's called Shaggy. And he finds an orphan pup that he dubs in front of a cop, Scooby Dooby Doo. Fun name. But he's 10 at the oldest. And they meet on Halloween, and Shaggy takes Scooby out trick-or-treating. And they are dressed as Shaggy's favorite superhero duo, the Blue Falcon and Dynamite. It is while they're trick-or-treating that they meet Fred Jones, Velma Dinkley, and Daphne Blake. Through the opening montage, you watch the gang grow up in an homage to the original cartoon. And it ends with the adults, albeit young adults, sitting around in a restaurant discussing the future of Mystery Inc. Because, as they point out, monster hunting isn't very cost effective. So they meet up with a potential backer in the form of Simon Cowell. Yes, the British judge from Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent, and among other shows. And like in every modern movie adaptation, Simon tears Shaggy and Scooby apart for not paying attention. Now, this is a very common trope in Scooby movies, which always irritates me because if anyone pays any attention to Mystery Inc., they know for a fact that without Shaggy and Scooby being their paranoid, flee from danger selves, the mysteries wouldn't get solved. Shaggy and Scooby always inadvertently solve the mysteries. Fred, Velma, and Daphne are along for the ride to put them in the way of catching these criminals. But that's the original cartoon series. And that's what I loved about the original series. All the monsters were ill-intentioned human beings. There was nothing real about the monsters they were finding. They were always human beings in costume. Well, Shaggy and Scooby, being hurt, leave the gang. And somebody promptly tries to kidnap them. That kind of sucks. And they get rescued by Blue Falcon, and the rest of the movie plays out. The loudest complaint I heard about this movie is that it had too many side characters in it, including, though not limited to, Blue Falcon, Dynamite, Dick Dastardly, who is voiced by my sour cream and onion flavor, Jason Isaacs, and Captain Caveman, voiced by the talented Tracy Morgan. The problem with that criticism is that Hanna-Barbera, the original creators and owners of the Scooby-Doo universe, has always had a multiverse crossover. They made the Laugh Olympics specifically to show off the crossovers of their things. They made wacky races to show off the crossovers of their properties. And this movie does a very good job of seamlessly blending several of Hanna-Barbera's properties together. And Blue Falcon has always been Shaggy's favorite superhero. They make a more recent movie called Scooby-Doo, Mask of the Blue Falcon. So, why are people giving it grief during the end credits when they're showing a montage of Grape Ape, more of Captain Caveman, and several other properties, including Dick Dastardly escaping because, let's face it, that man never stays in prison for long, especially if Muttley's not arrested too. Now, what's cool about SCOOB is they do justice to Dastardly and Muttley. And it perfectly showcases their love-hate relationship. Those two love to hate each other and hate to love each other. It is fantastic. And it also shows from the original canon that for as brilliant as Dastardly is for doing and putting together everything he does and puts together, he misses the little details that prove to have big impacts later on. So, like I said, I don't understand the grief people are giving this show. Especially if you're going to the movies just to be entertained. And for those of you who are like, oh, it's not like the originals and it's not like the remakes. It's supposed to be its own standalone movie. Of course it's not going to be like the originals that were invented in the 70s. They literally had to modernize it to make it more relevant to today's audiences. And it's not like any of the remakes, because again, they wanted to stand out and have people enjoy it. And honestly, it's infinitely better than that Scooby-Doo television show that was based on Velma. Wah! Whoa! I watched pieces of other people's reviews, and yes, my wolves just fell over. And just those pieces made me not want to watch the show. That is my take on, I think it's even called Velma. I don't like it. I've seen nothing redeemable about it, and I will not be watching it. So do not ask in the comments for anything more than that. Its jokes were forced. No. But even on Velma, these are my opinions. They are only my opinions. Feel free to disagree. Tell me in the comments if you like Velma and why. I will listen. I probably won't agree with you, but I will listen. Now, have you seen SCOOB? Will you see SCOOB? Will you watch it with new eyes? Will you avoid it because you think it's another remake cash grab? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember, kindness is the key to understanding, so be kind to me and be kind to each other in the comments. Tend to whatever injuries the like button has sustained from overuse. Rescue the subscribe button from zombies. And smack that bell so you, the like and subscribe buttons, can run in safety in the opposite direction. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!